Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Gnarly Gnome. Welcome back to Prost. You hopefully know how this works by now. We're in my basement, or I'm in my basement. I like to pretend that you're here with me, sitting at the bar with me, having a beer, or a cocktail, or a glass of booze, or, in the case of last week, whatever that was, non-alcoholic beer. Whatever we're drinking, I like to pretend that we're doing it together. This week is a really good one. I know that because I've already drank a bunch of it, and yeah, it's delicious. So this last week in my time, I recognize that I don't know when you're actually watching this. It could be anything. So in my time last week, we made a trip to Columbus. Columbus, Ohio. It's right up the road. We went, unfortunately, not for a beer trip. We had to go to the American Girl store, which is like these dolls that my kid likes, and they're stupid expensive, and they have all these accessories and stuff you buy, and it was an absolute nightmare. We went to the zoo after that. That was a little bit better, except that it started raining, and they shut down all the beer booths at the zoo. So that kind of sucked too. So at the end of all of this, it was a long day and we needed to go somewhere for dinner. And I had heard rumors about this place and how fantastic the food was, and that the beer is good and the space is amazing and all of that stuff that you want. So we got to go to this place finally. I've been trying to get there forever. It's called Gemüt. Gemüt Biergarden. So if you guys are familiar with it, please tell everyone you know how awesome it is. But and I've got their Dunkel. This is called Wodens Dunkel from Gemüt Biergarden. 35 IBUs, 5.8% ABV. It's a Dunkel lager. If you didn't gather that, it doesn't say a lot on here. It just says 16-ounce beer to go. Malt, hops, yeast, water. Brewed in Columbus, Ohio. Visit GemütBiergarden.com. Visit the beer garden, 734 Oak Street, Columbus, Ohio. And that's pretty much all it tells us. Some real cool looking artwork on it. I don't know how well you can see that. We'll just hold it like this so you can see. Awesome. So let's dig into that. I'm drinking out of a plain glass. We need to talk about that. If you are a brewery or a bottle shop or some other place that happens to have your own branded glassware, I have an opportunity for you. You can sponsor the glass on this show. This is probably the cheapest way that you can get in and sponsor something that I do. Shoot me a message. Contact at thegnarlygnome.com, or really anywhere that you get in touch with me, social media, anything like that, and we can talk if you're interested. But it could be right there, right now, and I could be like, look, okay, Gemüt Biergarden, whatever it is. Let's get into this beer. I hate feeling like a salesperson sometimes, but it is part of the game. All right, so Dunkel just literally means dark. So it's a dark lager. Some of them are darker than others. This is kind of a chestnutty brown, big, nice, thick, foamy, dense, light tan head on it. I mean, German-style lagers are near and dear to my heart. They always will be. And this is beautiful, and I can't wait to get my face into it right now. Should probably be drinking this out of some kind of a stein, but yeah. So it's kind of got like a nutty, almost breadiness in the aroma. These beers, I mean, that's kind of the way they go. It's malt heavy in the aroma, but then usually when you taste them, they're not sweet beers. They're not kind of heavy, cloying, heavy, darker beers. They still are lagers. They still are a little bit lighter, a little bit refreshing. They typically have a little bit of a hop balance to them so that they go down nice and easy. So let's dig in and let's see. Oh, it's just so fun to smell it. dead on. It definitely has a little bit of that kind of bready roastiness right off the top, but then immediately you get this. It's not hoppy in American kind of sense of the word. It is definitely a malty beer, but the hops kind of come in and kind of clean it all up and keep it refreshing. It makes you want to just keep putting a bunch of it down, which is why it's so perfect sitting in a beer garden, just hanging out with your friends and your family and just putting back a few beers and eating some pretzels and beer cheese. And it's just, I love it. It is, like I said, it's very near and dear to my heart. So if you've never made it up there to Gemüt, it's in an old firehouse. So the main kind of beer hall space, it's not huge by any means, but it's good sized. Big, long, giant communal tables that just kind of stretch the whole length of the room. Big bar along one side. They have some kind of a mug club. The mugs are all hanging up on the wall. Very German feeling. But then out back they have a beer garden with lots of tables and trees. And if you've been watching on the blog on thegnarlygnome.com, you know how much I love beer gardens, patios, kind of outdoor drinking spaces, and they've got a killer one going on there. It's not as big as you would find in a place like Hofbrauhaus or somewhere like that, but it feels more genuine. It doesn't feel like somebody just kind of took this idea of a beer garden, sprinkled it down, and let it appear. It looks like it is because it's a space that they found, that they took over, that they put their heart and soul into, and created what they think is the perfect beer garden, perfect beer hall. And I can't disagree with it. And the food, oh dear God, the food is incredible. So I got a bratwurst with I think I just got fries or something as a side. Nothing too exciting on mine. My wife got a schnitzel with the spetzel and these little roasted potatoes, like almost like chips, but they're a little thicker. And oh my God, it was so good. My boy got a hot dog because he's a hot dog eating monster right now, and loved it. The girl, she got a schnitzel also, although we didn't tell her it was a schnitzel. We told her it was chicken tenders and cut it up, and she didn't know the difference, but she said it was the best food ever. If you get a 4-year-old to tell you that you have the best food ever, and you're a place like that, you are doing something right. So my hat is off to them for making everybody in our group happy, because we had other families with us too. And incredible stuff. Like the beer is only half of the story of what this place is. So I'm going too long-winded. Know that this is delicious. Know that you should go get some and you should drink it. You can't find it on the shelves around here. As far as I know, you just have to go there to get it. So go there and get it. Have yourself some dinner. Drink a couple beers. You can get liters there, which I love. So, get yourself a driver and go sit out in the sun and pound a couple liters of Dunkel. Prost.